Today, kiddos, we're going to talk about elemental spelling. Your job is going to be to spell with the different element symbols on the periodic table. We have an example up in front here in front of you, pasta. You can see this one works out perfectly with the element symbols phosphorus, arsenic, and titanium. So I'll give you the directions later, but I want you to focus on what this individual has here. The atomic number, the element symbol, the atomic mass, and element name. You have to include all that information on your project. You can see this is really well done up here. I want these looking beautiful, nice and neat, lots of color. I want you drawing these, be as neat as possible. So we're looking for some beautiful pictures. So what do you have to do with your elemental spelling? Well, to give you some ideas, and you have this paper linked in Canvas Calendar. So I have some suggestions. Your favorite sport, your favorite song or band, your favorite food or restaurant. You could spell your first name or your last name or both. And by the way, kiddos, those are just ideas. If you have something else you would like to do, fantastic. These are just to get you to brainstorm a little bit. So what do you have to actually have? So on your first page of your element spelling project, you must include the elements. You must include all the info that appears in the periodic table. The atomic number, the symbol, the element name, and the atomic mass. So here are a couple examples. And again, you have this paper linked in Canvas Calendar. But you must have your atomic number, your element symbol, your atomic mass, and your element name. You must have every bit of information that you see in the periodic table to be in your chemistry spelling project. You must also have some information on the back. For every element that you select, you must have on the back or in a separate page, you must include the name of your element, its atomic number, atomic mass, its mass number, how many protons and neutrons and electrons it has, its group name or family name and number. Is it a metal, non-metal, or metalloid? And what is its state of matter at room temperature? Also, I'm going to tell you guys, you're going to be graded on correctness and also neatness. I want these looking beautiful. Everybody can see your creativity and also your correctness with the periodic table. You can see here in the back, and you guys, again, you'll have this piece of paper in Canvas Calendar, in Canvas modules. Here is your rubric that you have, 4, 3, 2, 1, on is it your spelling, front page, your back page, and creativity and neatness. So to show you a few examples, we have our pasta, and again, sometimes, kiddos, it works out perfectly and everything is spelled perfectly. Sometimes that's not the case, where you're like, oh, Mr. Grimm, hey, I want to spell this, but it doesn't work out. Well, here's an example of what somebody did. They spelled the words Rudolph. They drew some Rudolph pictures, looks super, super good. Now, the R and the U work, the F doesn't. So they made their F a little bit smaller. It's still correct, a little bit smaller. With lithium, they made their I a little bit smaller. So the actual Rudolph kind of pops out and it looks a little bit cleaner. This one, they said running. They have some track in the background. Looks really good. Again, the I really doesn't work. Neither does the E, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not going to work perfectly for everybody, and that's okay. So some ways around that, this person did golf. What this person did was they colored the letters that really don't fit with their spelling a different color. And so you see the G-O-L-F pops there. Very creative here. It says save rock and roll, and if you look at this sideways, they spelled Fall Out Boy. Now on the back, for every element that you pick, you must have that information that was listed in the directions there for every element that you do. This one says cheer. You can see you must have your atomic number, your atomic symbol, your atomic mass, your element name for every element you use to spell. I want it looking pretty, neat, lots of colors, and then on the back or a separate piece of paper, you must include the information for each element you used. So It's all listed right here. For that element, there's for carbon, for helium, for erbium. All of those are going to be listed on there when you're done. If you feel like spelling your name, spell your name. So sometimes it works out perfectly, sometimes it doesn't. But again, for you write everything just like it appears in the periodic table on the front page of your project. On the back, you have to include that information, the directions, for every single element that you use. A few more examples. I got to throw that in there for you guys. Notre Dame, that is almost perfection. Softball, Ed Sheeran, again, information on the back. Popcorn, again, atomic number, atomic symbol, atomic mass, element name for every one that you do. That's the front page. Make it nice, make it neat. On the back, you include the information for every single element that you use. All that information can be found, kiddos, on this piece of paper. Has your rubric, it has all the information you need, and some suggestions. Good luck. Make some creative pictures.